wiped out, and we secured a route into enemy territory. Now we can...
Also, welcome everyone! We are the Grin brothers!
I'm uploading my data to the bunker.
And as you can see, we're playing Nier Automata, and we have no idea what's going on.
Sorry, I don't remember.
Oh, I think they've basically
there
just...
wasn't a lot of bandwidth down there, you know?
Oh, they've like maybe rebooted into different robot bodies?
Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
Yeah, it sounds like they've basically uploaded their memories so they can
Glory
be...
to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
He feels more robotic than he did before.
We did just say that he wasn't able to upload all his memories.
Can you imagine if a game just like came out very straightforward and explained all the stuff that it'd be nice to know beforehand entering a game? So this is how this world works, sort of thing.
Yeah.
5012 AD. The year mankind's glorious history came to a sudden and abrupt end.
Because dragons appeared, apparently.
By aliens from beyond the stars.
I suppose
Which is
the
somehow
dragon
unrelated
counts
to the
as-
dragons, I believe.
Machine life forms that all but annihilate.
No, machine life forms, I think we already have. How is it that we've basically got machine life forms now, and somehow it took us like
Refuge on the moon.
2,000 years, well, 3,000 years in this to do it?
Also, couldn't we just EMP him?
Humanity launched its counterattack, deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases.
Oh, so they are android, well, you know, so not cyborgs, android sort of thing. So, yeah, it's ironic. The solution to the robots was more
We
robots.
still haven't managed to repel the invaders. That is why you, the Yorha forces, exist. To break this stalemate, once and for all. You
They do
are
not look like the good guys when designed like that.
You
No.
must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
That doesn't exactly help the case.
Yeah.
To mankind.
Vitals green.
I don't like the colour green.
You don't like the colour green?
Some shades of green are right, but it's not exactly
Oh, now no, it took us this long, and now they're telling us about brightness settings.
it's not exactly my favourite colour.
Yes, we are recording. That is indeed the case. So yeah, you know, as said, you know, this is our continuation of our Nier Automata playthrough. It was the game that won the to-be-commissioned raffle 2024. There will be another raffle next year. We still haven't actually decided what games are going to be on the raffle just yet, but hopefully by the end of the playthrough we'll be able to say that in advance so that everyone's prepped and ready. It's mainly hosted over on DeviantArt, but I do promote it and are willing to discuss things with fellow artists, and such, over on YouTube community posts, Raphaham's Twitter, and Tumblr, if possible, if need be. So DeviantArt is like the easiest place for me to do all that hosting and discussion stuff. And yeah, so cover artwork, as said before, and you know there'll be a credit sequence somewhere in these things thrown up, or down below in the summary.
Can you hear me?
So
Hello? Go ahead and... Alright, are we good now?
gosh, you're impatient. I'm fine. Yes,
No.
Good to go.
What?
I'm just going with the it said, I'm fine, Nines, there's something soothing about your voice.
Oh,
Wait a sec, we need to restore those.
Self-destruct permissions.
oh wow! It really is the Gale.
But you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know. Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So, once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and
Yeah,
start this out.
it's kind of an interesting point about a lot of the cases of like when humans being pushed to this level sort of thing, and they often become less human to try and save humanity sort of thing. But at that point, is it worth saving if you've destroyed it to that regard sort of thing?
Yeah.
And like, I think one of the better presentations of it I can remember off the top of my head
The commander's
was
put me in
with
charge of
Halo,
maintenance, ma'am.
wherein they quite soon criticised how
I'll be
things were
performing
being
regular
conducted
checks on you
Yeah.
from now on.
whilst they were doing it.
I mean, Halo's
And they
also
actually-
a massive commentary on why you shouldn't go to those lands.
Yeah, and they actually went about improving the way they did it and like saying, no, we're not going to do that anymore sort of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Whereas From what I've heard, particularly with the expanded lore of the comics, Gears of War is like probably the worst example of like, wow, the things you've done, really? Are you sure about even keeping humanity at this point? Because your gear service and your, you know, what you're basically treating the rest of humanity as like a brothel to make sure there's more humans to repopulate the army.
Yeah.
And the fact that no one likes the actual gear military sort of thing.
No.
Because they're so souped up and such, they get to be assholes.
I almost forgot.
Apparently the comics got even darker than anything the games could showcase about how the world of Gears worked, sort of thing.
Oh, we can buy and sell stuff.
Again, it's the gosh darn apocalypse, and still, apparently, you have to buy stuff. You'd think it'd be all just like, grab what you need, you know, for the mission. Or what do you think you need for the missions? Wait, hold on, you have to buy HUD stuff?
No, we've got stuff, but we can sell the HUD stuff. Fishing spots!
Why is there fishing in this game? I'm not complaining, but why? Like, Chibi's a robot. She shouldn't need to eat.
Suppose we can buy the sound analysis?
That's a lot of money just spent there. That took tons of stuff.
You can
sell your OS chip.
You can just kill yourself.
This chip can only be equipped on easy mode. Well, in that case, we might be able to sell those ones.
Caught fish. Yeah, fishing is a thing.
Yeah. You know what the rest of this playthrough is going to be about? Climbing ladders and catching fish!
Skills.
Lisa.
Well, I don't care. I can fish now. Oh, I can shoot whilst inside. I've got mail!
It's hilarious if it turns out to just be spam.
You can see access points on the close range map. Be sure to save often.
So an interesting thing popped up this morning. Evercade Effect updated their channel with a video talking about apparently Evercade are introducing something called the Gigacart, which are larger file size Evercade cartridges with which are also going to be pricier. They're estimating around, you know, in the American terms, $5 more, so about 23 quid to 25 quid for UK. Before they've already managed to pack a lot of games into the Evercade games before. But as he kind of pointed out in the video, not many of the Evercade games have been, like, say, disc-based games. There's been one or two that were disc-based, but they never have multiple on the same cartridge. And I realised when thinking about it, oh, that's why, because I made a joke about compression at the start. It's like, that's why, because a lot of, like, the PlayStation discs, most of that space is taken up by music and FMV files. Because they never bothered to compress any of that, because they didn't need to. But it means they're needlessly data consuming when put on a cartridge.
Yeah.
And apparently there's been a leak already. So, I mean, it'll probably be confirmed by the point of this video's upload, because this video's uploaded in July sort of thing. But there's been a leak already wherein apparently Tomb Raider Trilogy is getting a Evercade collection as part of the Gigacart. Well, that's a disc-based game, so a lot of that file size is needed just for the music and cutscenes sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's something I didn't think about before, but yeah, because of the lack of compression, a larger cartridge size just for, like, PlayStation games is a good idea. And even before I saw that the leaked game was Tomb Raider Trilogy sort of thing, I was just thinking that the PlayStation, because of its length of time, had quite a few trilogies. It'd be nice to have them in a single cartridge rather than spreading them out in volumes.
Yeah. Because,
like, with a standard Evercade cartridge, they'd have to have, like, the one PlayStation game, then 4 or 5 random other games the publisher did, maybe, like, back on the NES, SNES, or arcade sort of thing. Whereas with a Gigacart, they could just put in all the disc-based games on one thing.
You
So you could have the
detonated
actual
your
set.
black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold,
Yeah.
but risky. Try not to be so reckless next time.
Understood.
I know you're fresh out of maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Well, compared to Stellar Blade, which I've seen the demo for,
Contact already?
they managed to get to the planet with
them.
far greater ease, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because like Stellar Blade thing is they keep sending the units down and they're not actually surviving the actual drop zone, sort of thing.
Amazing.
And that's why, it's like a big, it's like they have in the past managed to get people down because you often find the old campments of like the previous units who've managed to land.
Yeah.
So, but like in 2B, in Eve landing on the planet sort of thing, it's only her and a few of us that survive, and then most of them start getting murked from the enemies as they land, sort of thing. But like the enemies, the moment anyone tries to enter, are just like shooting gung ho straight away into space.
Yeah.
Given there's actually, from the looks of it, a decent human population surviving sort of thing, they're actually more in focus, the alien race that invaded in Stellar Blade's case, on stopping people landing on the planet than they are actually the people living on the planet.
They just want people to stay off. Right, can we get out of this horrible grey tone?
Yeah, it's a very... Maybe it's to show just how cut off, like a thematic thing, how cut off they are from the world sort of thing. And like they mentioned about the whole emotion thing. So, see, there's colour.
Colour.
Hey, 2B.
And I go to play a shoot 'em
Why do you
up.
think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
All right, all right.
He's already starting to sound more like himself.
Yeah.
I hope he's got better AI than those last guys that went with us. And yeah, I was...
Oh my god!
Some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, I am very surprised though about how much of a shooter this game is. No one's ever talked about that. I mean, admittedly, again, like, that wouldn't come up in the case of, like, say, Soul Calibur guest inclusion of 2B. It's not like she participates in fighting and suddenly turns it into a goddamn shoot 'em up sort of thing. Yeah, I was not expecting a lot of this.
Yeah, no one told me I got to, do a shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a hack and slash.
Yeah. And this part isn't so bad because it's well designed for it. The problem is when they try to turn the hack and slash into a top-down.
Yeah.
Because so much of it's based off of being able to dodge effectively based off of enemy animation, where you can't really do that when you can't see the enemy.
Yeah.
I think I may have mentioned it once before, but HAL Laboratory have made a single shoot 'em up before.
Yes.
And it was a very unconventional shoot 'em up.
Which is hilarious for the guys known for putting shoot 'em ups in their games.
But it was Tracks, a game where you played as a tank, but they basically make up excuses as to why you couldn't turn properly because the Game Boy was limited in the control options. So it's basically, it's a single tank put together by a bunch of, like, peasants to take on a feudal lord sort of thing. It's like, so it's not actually supposed to be that capable compared to the enemy sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a real cool concept, and they did and it was one of those sort of short and sweet sort of games, which I do like. I do kind of agree, people rarely get it's strange. It gets brought up in discussion. A lot of people judge pricing based off game length, but hardly anyone actually completes their games in terms of the wider percentage.
Oh,
and I'm also guilty of that sort of thing. It's just like, and you kind of want to get the next experience and see the new thing and the way how it controls and all that. And and just in the modern day life, trying to find time to actually play a game is difficult enough as it is.
Yeah.
Particularly with download times and
download times,
DLC, system updates.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the games to boot up, and the heavy emphasis on cutscenes. It's why I never managed to click with Yakuza. Like the cutscenes, I had to set aside hours of a time, and the cutscenes of their slow cinematic pacing and voice acting could take up to like 30 minutes at least, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You get like 5 minutes of gameplay unless you go off to a side event, sort of thing, and then it's more cutscene again.
Proceed to target location.
Admittedly, from what I hear, you know, it's a good thing that I never got into Yakuza, because it's gone weird. Or at least the Sega producers got weird on it.
I thought it was weird to begin with.
I mean, it's weird to begin with, but in terms of, like, the mentality with it... The producer seems to be very pro-censorship. And, like, you know, the fact that, you know, he comments about the Yakuza series sort of thing, and you're like, well, it doesn't even feel properly to call it Yakuza, because he just wanted a bunch of guys in suits hanging out together, basically.
Yeah.
I never even noticed the detail before that because he thought it was wrong to hit a woman, there is no female enemies in the entire series.
Huh.
Which is, darn it, man, equal rights means equal fights. Come on!
Yep.
Throw those hands!
Yeah.
I only chose Yakuza over Dragon Quest XI when I was getting my Xbox Series X, but maybe I should have went with the Dragon Quest idea. Not that I mean, I say this as running through, this is a Square Enix published game and IP. Not so keen on supporting Square Enix nowadays. Oh wow, this is beautiful. See, people keep showing off the buildings, they don't show off the greenery enough. There was a lack of ladders though, that was very disappointing.
Enemies?
I mean, humanity can't be in that bad of a state, there's a lot of grass. Actually, there's a thing, I've not seen a single gosh darn human yet.
No, because they're all on the moon.
But like even... I don't know, it just feels... When you're not actually seeing the people you're fighting for, is there possibly the concept that the big twist is that humans are already all dead anyway?
That could be.
And they're just still following protocols?
That could be the case.
Or even the twist that... Because like I've not seen a single alien, it's just been more machine-on-machine action sort of thing. What if the humans are actually the ones controlling these machines at this point?
Machine-on-machine action is certainly one way to describe it.
Look, well, there's no ladders, so it's not worth re-exploring that.
What's this?
I still love how Balan Wonderworld had a power to make ladders. Such a cool concept. More games need to do that. Woodland also allows you to create ladders. Having mentioned the Evercade before, I mean, you already know this, but had the Little Hurricane play Rodland with me. Well, originally it was the Little Hurricane and the Little Sunshine playing Rodland together, but Little Sunshine was in an odd mood, which is not too uncommon for him, so he only played for a bit. I guess he got bored because he wasn't a seahorse.
Stare into space. It's pretty weird.
Why can't I use the vending machine?
Is that them talking the robot thingy that's actually a sentient thing?
I don't know. I thought this was a vending machine.
It is a vending machine.
I
mean, that was the joke. They thought it was more...
No, they just gave me map info.
Oh.
Our satellite resolution isn't so hot. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good enough.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
Can I...
That's not a robot at all, that's a moose. That moose is wrecking you. Why do you need to kill a moose?
Moose meat.
But you don't eat!
I was just curious if I could.
This is how you get the bad ending.
There's a lot of moose.
Well, unless it attacks you, there's no need to attack it.
I'm not going.
And I've not seen any use for the items you've been gathering so far. I hope there's not crafting in this gosh darn game. I hate gaming's obsession with adding crafting into everything. Apparently it was a thing Yati always complained about as well. But yeah, like...
There's got to be something to do with
I played
it.
through because the Little Sunshine stopped like halfway through sort of thing, I ended up playing through the Little Hurricane all the way through to the end of Rodland with him, which was a fun experience. Right, I mean, Rodland's effectively a huge chunk of the reason I got the Evercade in the first place sort of thing. So, yeah, it was fun to be able to do all that with. Because it's been a game I've always been curious about sort of thing, so... And it's like nice, simple, single-screen arcade fun sort of thing. Aside from Taio, I don't think there's many developers who actually still make single-screen games like that.
Yeah.
But I think there's actually promise with that sort of concept. I actually thought the other day, a cool sort of thing, admittedly there's like a strange sort of concept of thinking of it based around a Postman themed, like almost racing game sort of thing, where it's like a single screen sort of like 2D game where you're like racing through it like a platformer. You know, to each of the point, like competing against other people.
Oh, Ninus helping me fight.
Neat. I've never actually seen this location get shown off before. In a lot of the stuff. I think the point is that 2B's supposed to be moving so fast you can't see her, but because it flags so much in that instance, it just kind of makes it look like she just isn't there.
That wasn't the problem. The problem was the fact that the enemy didn't get knocked into the air. Oh, I don't have any of the healing items.
Oh. Were you supposed to buy some at the start, or...?
I guess.
Hmm.
Guess I just die.
That's kind of interesting seeing a game without, you know, aura regen. So used to that being a thing in a lot of them. But yeah, ironically, you know, more so than the,
Alert. Access point communications jammed.
Like, we ended up playing quite a few games with Little Hurricane. Played Rodland, that was great. Played Double Dragon 2 and Double Dragon 3, and it was real interesting him noticing that Double Dragon 3 wasn't as good as Double Dragon 2, but him not being able to explain why it was the case.
Yeah.
Like him saying art instead of animation sort of thing, to explain that it felt like the actual feeling of the game felt off. You know, movement and attacking didn't feel right compared to the second game. It's also funny that in Double Dragon 3 that you can basically play through the game not actually as the main characters, because you can basically hire people using your credits, which, you know, obviously as it's a console-based version of an arcade game, you can just put as many credits as you want in. So you can hire people to be your lives instead, so you can complete the game without the main characters ever doing anything. You know, much how like I beat Aswell in Soul Calibur 6, mainly by just hiring a bodyguard to do most of the fight for me, so at the end of the day I just had to like punch him once and Aswell was down. Ruin that final fight. Well, midpoint fight.
100% better.
But yeah, so funny. Because that's sort of like, how he was so strong! It's like, I didn't do anything! I just popped up the end, wielded Soul Calibur, stabbed him! My bodyguard lying on the floor, thanks! You remember how you wanted to escape the grey bunker?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the grey zone! Can you eat the moose meat?
That's a good question.
He's got a shield up, by the way. You need to...
Yeah, I know.
I know it's hard to tell because everything's grey at the moment.
Can be exchanged for money.
Oh.
Why? Ninus, get in there.
That also works.
Except it's not actually doing any damage.
No, you need to whack it with your heavy attack.
Yeah, but I kind of assumed the big laser would do something.
There we go. The big laser's pretty weak, actually.
I don't think I let it charge fully. I don't know. It might just suck.
I was about to say. I think next time we get into situations like this, we'll like try to kite up to get to more...
Yeah.
Because like this is more expansive than I was expecting.
Yeah.
A lot of, what do you call it? White noise, as it were.
Well, quite literally.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that I am going the wrong way.
Yes. You know. Oh, if there was an item there, by the way. Go back, go back. In that crack. Was there not? Oh, I thought there was an item.
It might have been... I think there's the occasional sparking, because I'm dying.
Too bad the map information doesn't heal you. Where's a bonfire when you need it?
Literally.
Oh! Oh, humans!
One of our teams came under attack just the other day.
Or maybe humans.
Who knows what'll happen to us
I think they're
next.
robots.
Things have been dangerous.
You know, again, because of my, you know, aversion to AI and, you know, like phones and stuff like that, I'm more of appreciating nowadays robots who are like pure, clunky, chunky robots sort of thing.
You're a shop. Let me shop.
Things have been dangerous around here.
Let me shop.
Is there a different button you press, or hold it?
Things have been dangerous around here lately.
Let me shop!
Let me shop! Let me shop!
Things have been...
Well, evidently nothing's dangerous to you. Maybe pause whilst you're in there and it brings it up?
That would be incredibly stupid. I'm just going to run to the place that I'm meant to go. Also, has it cut out the sound because I'm dying?
It does seem that way. Though I wasn't hearing much sound to begin with.
It's
a surprisingly quiet game, all things considered. Like I was expecting like a background theme to be playing. You know, Platinum games are kind of known for like a good action tempo to their music, but there's not really been much in the way of like music that I feel hits the ears, as it were. Not that I'm a good judge of that. I'm terrible when it comes to music. But I've apparently managed to convince people that I know anything I'm talking about when it comes to music. So,
hey, if you run through bushes, it stops your sprint.
These aren't very advanced robots, are they?
Oh, they've got a big sword axe.
You're playing this on the single hit mode at this point.
Basically.
2 guys with big sword axe,
3 of them.
axes, yeah.
Thank you, 9S, for knocking them into the laser.
Again, this hack and slash is very different than I was expecting.
Well, it's kind of hard to hack and slash when you're dying.
Yeah, from the
Amber.
creators of beam-ups like Bayonetta and...
Wonderful 101.
Yeah. I liked Wonderful 101.
Laser.
So is 2B just getting practice in for facing against Astaroth, or...? I must admit, that's actually one of my favourite things in watching like some of these Soul Calibur videos and compilations, is like, just fights involving Astaroth. He's not a character I use. Usually it's like a character I use is what I enjoy seeing in a fight sort of thing. But Astaroth is just so different from the rest of the cast. Because like even like Nightmare and Siegfried, even being heavyweights, they have the odd fast attack. And then you got Astaroth, who is just pure heavyweight.
Yeah, he has to read an attack.
Yeah, and it's just like, it makes the fight so different compared to everyone else.
Pew!
So it's always fascinating to watch how an Astaroth fight goes down. Start fishing!
Woo!
Commencing.
Man, it'd be nice if there was some music for it. Tubi should like put on one of the old sort of like little sort of like hat sort of thing. They should just like do, you know, go all the way sort of thing. Oh, up! Yeah, there's a fish.
Quaker.
Complete.
Where did the fish go? Then you store it so Tubi just like opens her mouth.
Maybe.
Well, we've kind of peaked now with this playthrough, haven't we?
Yeah, I suppose this is a good time to end the episode.
Yeah. We'll figure out what the heck we're doing at some point.
We'll
see. Figure out where to get healing items.
Oh, I know where to go. We literally just need to go like down there. But the counterpoint to that, fishing.
I mean, you're also going to die, but...
Oh my god. Wait.
Tubi, how did the mission go? I caught fish.
Is she shooting lasers out her butt to sit down?
Oh my gosh, she is.
Report. Fresh.
French?
I think he said fresh.
Oh.
But man, can you imagine we get an apocalypse and the French still survive? We can't have anything good.
I swear he said French.
I mean, sure, they gave her berets and French maids, but that doesn't really justify their existence.
They did give us baguettes.
Baguettes are pretty good.
Fresh.
And it's a way to tell that there's a French person running about is, you know, in any movie is whenever they're carrying about 7 baguettes.
Oh my god, no. Stop launching him across the world. How far can he go? Wait.
To the sun! Oh, well.
Okay, he legit just kind of goes. How was there a koi carp in this little thing?
To be fair, it's made from a Japanese developer. They think koi carps exist everywhere. There are so many koi carps in Japan.
Yeah. I like how we're dying whilst doing this.
2B, you need medical attention, can't. Need fish. Why would you shoot lasers out of your butt?
Well, it's like a hard light stool, which honestly raises more questions. What do you think is going through 9S's mind right now?
The same thing they're going through our mind. Fish.
Honestly, the word French just keeps playing in my head now. Also, because everything's black and white, I can't really... Oh, there he went in the water.
The attack of the French fish.
I can barely see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, normal cart.
Okie dokie. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. There will probably be more French fish.
French.
Cheerio!
Bye.